Hi guys and welcome back to a new season on Build A Nation with Cork City. Put the disappointment of Europe from last season behind us. We've been playing on a big part of the season again as we do dominate a lot of the games now. As I said, I'll do it be just a European save for now. I know I keep saying it, but there is going to be another football manager save running concurrently with this. It'll be more competitive, more going on than this one, because this one's probably getting a bit like dead at the moment, I know, but we'll just wait until we get into Europe and we'll see what happens because we don't have to stay with Cork City. That's the thing. Once just say we got into the European group stage, like Champions League, get about what 10, 12 million pound prize money just for getting in the group stage. That is insane amount of money for this little club. So we could end up just leaving them, let the club do what they got to do, and we move on to another club, or we can then like maybe like I said before in a few episodes, we could sell or buy a player, sorry, from one of the rival teams, 2 million, even though they're worth like 10 grand, just to give them a nice bit of money and help them as a club build up, more competitive in the league, more chance of our teams in the league going up for European stages and getting better that way. Before we get into the games, just a few things that's happened. So obviously we've had end of season awards on that. I've just did a one-off episode with that. It wasn't that popular looking at the ratings, so I won't be doing another one of them. But I'll give you the more important details quickly. So looking at my notes, I entered the Irish Hall of Fame, 5th place at the moment. So I don't want to sound insulting to the league, but if I'm already hitting there, then I don't think managers stay in the teams very long, or they're just not doing that well. But either way, that's good. We're now a 2.5-star team, as you can see, if it will click on it for me. Yeah, we're 2.5-star team, so that is very good. We're getting there. We sold an extra 200 season tickets this year. So again, we won't get much money for each ticket, but that does add up, so that's improving. We won the President's Cup against Dundalk recently, comfortably as you'd imagine. Won the Monster Senior Cup as well, comfortably as you'd imagine. Now the Irish League itself has gone up, but only 2 places. But you know, some progress is good progress. So that's good. And the Cork City as a club has gone up 68 places to 167th in Europe. That's pretty good. Think of all the countries in Europe, all the leagues in Europe, and we're 167th. That's pretty good. The league itself, obviously going up to 45th. We are literally the last league that is a 2-star before they make the 2.5-star jump. So the league really is improving. But that's all the notes I got that I thought were worth mentioning. Like as you can see, I'll quickly show you the league. It's as expected, to be honest. We did start off a bit rocky though. Like I know we're comfortably winning at the moment. Goal difference is very good, and yeah, everything's all looking good. But we conceded quite a few goals this season, as you can see. You know, 26 compared to like the 19 and the 23 there. Like, but overall we're good. We've lost 2 games last year. I think we only lost 1. But if you have a look, like we're smashing it now. Obviously, we had 2 losses in a row. Like it's weird. And then we drew up here as well. To UCD of all teams. So it's a bit ropey. But I'll just leave this here for a second. You can pause it if you want to look at the like results. I won't click on them individually now. We'll be all day. But because we're only going to play the 1 game this episode, so it might be shorter than usual, depending on obviously the highlights. But we're playing against Chernomor Varna in the first stage again of the Champions League qualifying rounds. Bulgarian team. I would say they're probably about a level. If you look at, I know their youth facilities are half a star better, but in regards of the country and the league and everything, they're about our level. Their key player is a regen, and holy hell, from what I can see so far, he's a very good player. Obviously, we can't scout that. We haven't scouted that many. Our scouting isn't that good. Won their league twice. How recently? Oh, once very recently. So they're not one of the best teams in the league, to be fair, which is a good thing. They've got no hot prospects though. Have they? See, yeah, I reckon we could beat them. They're good. But yeah, one last thing. Quickly show the transfers. We couldn't get Mazes back on loan. Celtic actually want to bring him in and around the first team, so it shows how much he's grown. But if we go to history for this season, we've mostly loaned out a lot, as you can see. Cummins went on a free. It was just his time, you know. He's lost it now for us anyway. But is that Falkirk? Doing okay. Obviously not our level okay, but he's doing okay. Gary Buckley on loan. Who else have we sent out? Quigley again, I don't think he's ever going to even give him the Dundalk just because it helps him improve. He's getting competitive football in the league. But yeah, Carl Shepherd out on loan as well as Boylan. I kind of regret that one because he needed him for backup. But he is also the type of player to always cry because he wants 4 games. Marcus Barnes as well. Wanted to get more game time, but I couldn't guarantee it because we got Glatzel, I think his name, in again on loan. It doesn't look like he's done amazingly for us. Like he's done okay, goal every other game, just under. Had a game for Fleetwood yet. I don't think he's been on loan that long. But yeah, Shane Griffin as well, because we've got someone loaned in, and again he was back up, but started crying about first team football, and thought I'd keep him happy. But he's on loan at Oxford, so it goes to show our level. If he's only just not good enough to be on our first team now, we're only like what, League One ability? If they are still in League One, yes. So we've still got a long way to go to become a really good team. Actually, I don't know if he's had any games on loan, has he? He hasn't played yet, but again, he's a rotation player for them. Liam Nash again, going out on loan. And Michael O'Connor, I like this guy. I can't remember if we got him on a... No, we signed him from UC... No, he is from us, sorry, yeah. He's becoming a really good player. Look, a 3-star player now. He actually got player of the season in all of Ireland last year, out on loan to UCD. Which is weird, because he only played 12 games and scored 5 goals. Although, for a right winger, that's pretty good. I don't know if they did play him up front. But we would obviously have to retrain him as an actual right winger rather than a right midfielder, sorry. But his physicals, Jesus, they're good. And that's probably one of the reasons why he's doing so well in training and getting so good so quick. I mean, he's 18 now. He's been at the club, I think this is his 3rd year. Yeah, he's been a professional footballer for 3 years. So he's been here since he was 15. He's got a lot of improvement. I would say don't think he's going to cut it as a big player in world football, but he'll do very good. But I look at the ins, as you can see, we spent some money, 13.25 thousand. That was compensation, I believe, for Mark Farley. Now he, again, look at those stats for his physical. He's got 80. He's fast as hell, but also strong. 6'1". So that's a really strange one, but it's good. Well, acceleration. He's good at starting to run, but he's decent. Everything else, decision making pretty good, and he's a natural at the position we want to play as well. Like his teamwork and his work rate is so good. Obviously, there's a lot to improve on, but he's only 19 years old. We got him from St. Neots. So again, it shows if he's in our first team and he's from St. Neots, who are probably an amateur team, semi-pro team, he's clearly not. We're nowhere near a good level. But yeah, we've got Ryan Mackey loaned in to take Griffin's place for the season. Again, he's a good little player. Could have probably kept Griffin on, but to be fair, this was my director of football who found this player, and I couldn't really say no. What, we're paying £300 a week, and he's a good little player. This one was Tony Best. Now this one, again, my director of football found for me. I'm not sure on him. Like my scouts think he's fairly decent, just off of first team capability. He looks like an angry little mush, to be fair. Does not look happy to be here. But yeah, apart from his finishing, I quite, his crossing, dribbling, sorry, in his first touch, very good. Long shots, very good. You got to think for our level as well. Passing could be better. But yeah, all his important stats are just under 10 or higher. But so he could be an okay one. I don't know if he will make it. I don't think we've loaned him out, I think now. No, we haven't. He's just in our under 19s at the moment. But yeah, he played in the Northern Irish Premier League, to be fair. And he did pretty well. Not outstandingly amazing, but he did pretty well. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that's happened so far this season, guys. So we're gonna get into the first game. It's against Crown No More. Being at home, we could win this game. Obviously, our players aren't looking that good, but it's because of how good a certain couple of players are. I don't think we'll be able to get Glatzel in next season. And for Ugo, we are in danger of potentially one day losing him because he's just too good. I keep trying to sign new contracts though when I feel players are getting too low, and as you can see, he's got 2.5 years left. So in about another 5 months, I'll offer him a new contract, which I have been doing with players. Lee Hamilton as well, if you remember that name from last season, I signed £78,000, quite a lot for a player that didn't really start a lot. But as you can see this season, for a winger, 20 appearances, 9 goals and 9 assists, he has grown substantially to one of our better players, actually. Like, he's a very good player. Explains why he's so fast. But his balance for a 5'5" is pretty good. Obviously his strength isn't that good, but it's never going to be that good with someone unless he's built like a shit brick house. But only unfortunate things where we had a few upset strikers. We had to bring in a youngster. Never really good enough league. I don't think it's good enough for our current league at the moment. It just says there's potential. Doesn't say his current ability anyway that I can see. But I think he's first division quality. But it's not the end of the world because I've got a few players here that can play up front. Tilly, as you can see, has been dropped to the bench. Jack Barn has gone into attacking midfielder. Zevkovic has been very good this season as well. Yeah, all round doing pretty well. Let's get into the game before I waffle on anymore. And let's see if we can fare better this season. See if we can get into the group stage of the Champions League. That's a big ask, I know. That's a first. I don't recognise anyone on this team. Normally there's always one or two people. What does it say? It wants me to expect to prove a point. Let's prove a point then. Here we go, first leg of the first round of the knockout stage of the Champions League against Cherny Moor. We're at home. What can we do? Hopefully we can get a nice win, because I'm not too sure. I think they're about our level, as I've said, but that means they could beat us. Oof. As long as we keep a clean sheet, I'll be happy. Even if it's like a 1-0 win. I'll be disappointed to go out the first round as well. Be good if we can get to the playoff round, and then you have the chance to well, if you get to the playoff round, you're guaranteed at least Europa League group stage. I have a bad feeling they're going to get a goal here, guys. Oh, lovely cross in. Oh, and it's a fluffy defense. Oh. He like boots it into his own player. No one knows what's going on. Keeper just falls over. It's not very good. Martin Minchev, what a great name. But yeah, I'll be very disappointed if we go out because of a goal like this now. Patrick with a lovely ball in, just goes a boil. Yeah, it's just luck of reactions, but it's still early, still can get sorted, but we're not playing too good. But yeah, Whalen is no longer one of our better players. He is obviously late 30s now. I did sign him on for another year. So he's got less than a year left now. But he had like a month left when I renewed his contract, so it's to the end of this season at least. Good block. But he got an injury, a big injury before the season started, like nearly 4 months. So he's in the first team. Oh no. We are not doing good, guys. I think we can say goodbye to the Champions League already, you know. Obviously, I'm not giving up now, but it's not looking good. But yeah, so we might. I'm probably not going to renew Wayland's contract at the end of the season. I think we need to bring some youngsters in. It's good that we're getting a few homegrown and a few of our own academy players to come in. So as you can see, we do bring the odd foreigner through, which is fine, but you want to try and keep your own. Go on! Yes, got a goal back. You want to try and get as many of your homegrowns in as you can. Like it's something, a good feeling about a player that you brought up yourself and managed, becomes like a cult favourite with your club. It's a lovely little ball by Farugia then. Hamilton just missing. Whalen first time strike. Because there's not much pace in this league or our type of football. It doesn't matter that he's like Whalen's nearly 40 because when he can shoot a ball like that. Right, so first half, 30 minutes in, we're 2-1 down. It's not the best of starts. They got 2 away goals. So we could be, depending on what happens, we could go into this leg with a disadvantage to the next leg. But there's a lot of the game left, so we'll see what happens. Hamilton on the ball now, out wide to Mackie, whips in a high ball. Frugia taps it, rebound. Oh, he's hit the post. Got a corner out of it though. Don't know if anything's going to come of it. We've got Farugia to take. Keeper fumbled it, but now Minchev with the ball on the counter attack. Come on, keep with him, keep with him. Oh, Farley, what is you doing? Ryan had the reactions. How has that gone for us for nearly scoring, hitting the post, to them nearly scoring? That's the thing as well. Now we've loaned out Griffin. He was our like dead ball man, dead ball specialist, and he was very good at it. Got a lot of goals for free kicks from him. So I don't know if that means Farugia's, because I let it be automatic. It's basically whoever the best setting is, your assistant chooses, or the players choose on the day or whatever. But I'm interested to see who they choose now. But yeah, it's not looking good, guys. Half time, 2-1 down. Not really setting the world alight at the moment in this game. But we assertively prove a point. I need Glatzel to step up. He's been scoring a hell amount of goals this year. Same as Hamilton. If we can't beat this team, then we don't deserve to be in Europe, to be honest. I know they're at our level, but we've got to show some fight. Lovely back heel. Kane shoots. What a goal from the centre back. And he's only in because can't remember his name. is banned for the game. Frugio with a good delivery. Goes to Vitanov though, clears it. Zevskovic, eyes at the back of his head. Kane absolutely thunders it. 2 good goals we've scored. Game's back on. Don't want them getting too many away goals. We keep getting 3-3 draws. Which come back to bite us. It's another youngster I'm just bringing on, Derek Carolan, because we've had to loan out a few players. I know not everyone does that. When a player gets upset, they just deal with it. But I like to keep them happy because you never know when you need them, like, for backup. And if they're not happy, they won't renew contracts. And a lot of people let them run down. Not the best to save by Ryan, but Mackie clears it. So yeah, so that's why I loan them out. Yeah, we've got some poor ratings in defence. I don't really want to. I've already brought Morrissey in at centre back, who's not a centre back. Let's take Glatzel, he's not a good one. Let's give Tilly a go rather than Leary. Tilly's got a better chance to make an impact, albeit not normally up front. Panatoitov to Panov to Fenush. No. Oh, he's at the bar. And Carolan clears it. So they've got a corner. Sorry guys, just I forgot I didn't put my lighting on. Hasn't done much to be fair. It's too bright out there. It's too hot and muggy today. Right, so I think that is going to be it for this game. Got ourselves a 2-2 draw, though they have got the away goals. Unless they're going to snap something now, but I don't think they got enough time. I'm not too happy about this result. Feel like we could have and should have done better. We just didn't turn up. But the problem is I think we're used to playing easy games. Although he thinks we've done brilliantly, so let's keep the morales high. Got a good amount. That's the thing, we are filling up our stadium a lot more now. But obviously we need a bigger stadium, that's the problem. So when we do play the big games, we can bring the fans in and get the money. But yeah, money's not looking great at the moment. They have recently put about, as you can see here, I think they put about $500,000 in. But yeah, that's it for this episode, guys. Hope you liked it. If you do, hit the like button. If you're new, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.